Yes, friends. So we were discussing about that how nakshatras are divided into three categories. Now let me take these are the basic things I've talked about. Now let me just discuss about nakshatras. I was talking about how nakshatra is formed. Now let me take that how these quarters are talked about. What this quarter here? Quarter means 1/4 part of a nakshatra. As I already discussed about, please go through my lecture series, I think, about nakshatras, the 10th lecture or 11th lecture. So please, if you are subscribing, you can easily approach my all the lecture series or prediction series, and there you can find that I have already discussed about nakshatras, that how 360 degree, this 360 degree, if I divide by 27, because there are 27 nakshatras, and each nakshatra is having what degree, what is strength of, or what is their strength. Each nakshatra is the strength in degrees, minutes or seconds. How that is being discussed about. So you can just find out that if I divide it by 360 degree, total 360 degree, okay, because horoscope is formed on a point 360 degree. There are 12 houses. So each house that is of 30 degree, because if you divide by 30, then there are 12 houses. So 12 houses, or by divide by 12 houses, each house is of 30 degree. But 27 nakshatras, each nakshatra is of what strength? If you divide by 27, 360 degree divided by 27, you will get here 13 degree. How? Because one time 36, 27 one times. Okay, the difference will be, let me write here, 13. One times, first is one time divided, 36 minus 27 is how much? 9. Because 16 minus 7. Okay, 16 minus 7 is, the difference is how much? 16 minus 7 is 9. Right? Because 7 plus 9 is 16. So, is 9 difference. So, 9 means 90. If you 90 divided by 27, you will have 3 times. Because 81. Again 90. So again, 9 is the difference. Okay, so 9 if you multiply by 60, because 9 degree is there, 9 degree is not divided by 27. So if you multiply 60, because it is to be converted into minutes. Alright, if you multiply by this, you will get how much? 54. So 13, because this is 9 difference. Okay, 3 times, I have taken here 3 times, 3 7 is 21, 1 to carry, okay, 21, alright, so 9. Now if I put, I have taken here 9 degree multiplied by 60, because degree is converted into minutes. Now that is if divided by 27, 2 jar, 54, completely, this is 30 degree produced, so 27 to the 54. Right, 2 times, so 20 times, because it is 0. So 9 6 is 54, so 540 minutes. If 540 minutes divided by 27 again, so this is in a minute 20, because 27 2 is 54, this 54 2 20, so 13 degree 20 minutes. This 13 degree 20 minutes is strength of one nakshatra. So one nakshatra is of 13 degree 20 minutes. Alright, this is how each nakshatra is being counted for degrees, 13 degree 20 minutes. Now if 13 degree 20 minutes, as I told you, quarters, 13 degree 20 minutes is divided by 4. 4 is 12, this is 3 degree, 12, 1 degree left. So 1 degree is 60 minutes. 1 degree means 60 minutes plus 20 minutes, 80 minutes. 80 minutes if I divide by 4, 4 to the 8, 20 times. So this is 3 degree 20 minutes. So 1 quarter, if I divide by 4, 30 degree 20 minutes divided by 4, you will get 1 quarter of 3 degree 20 minutes. So 1 quarter means 1/4 part, 1/4 part. Okay, so this is charan. In Sanskrit it is known as, or in Hindi it is known as charan. First charan, you are born in the first charan, second charan, third charan, or fourth charan, and in local language it is known as Pad also. Pad means pair, foot, in fifth, in which foot you are born, first, second, third, fourth, right? तो इस तरह से पाद भी बोलते हैं, चरण भी बोलते हैं, फर्स्ट चरण, दूसरा चरण, तीसरा चरण, फोर्थ चरण. So in this way, quarters. So these quarters are formed. So third quarter, second quarter are discussed about that both are born in the same nakshatra, but quarters are different. And Sardar Patel ji born is in third quarter, and Modi ji born in second quarter. This is the only difference of these two nakshatras. Now, if you just talk about the degree of other. Now let me talk about some briefly regarding his what he was. Now he died, as I told you, that Pandit Sardar Patel died on 15th of December 1950. The reason written by Maulana Azad. He has given the idea. He has given this. Whole discussion regarding Pandit Nehru's anti-Sardar Patel policies. What was anti-policy? As I have told you, that Pandit Nehru was campaigning, silently campaigning, you may say. This was a silent campaign or something regarding or anti-Sardar ji. The reason was that after Mahatma Gandhi's death, he was considering that Sardar Patel, because of Sardar Patel's thinking or policy, he is instrumental to kill Mahatma Gandhi. Instrumental. He is behind the killing of Mahatma Gandhi. This was this kind of campaign Pandit Nehru started against Sardar Patel. And Sardar Patel, because of this agony, this anger, he couldn't bear this kind of insult of his, and he died on 15th of August due to heart attack. People said he got heart attack. Okay, and because of that he died on 15th of December 1950. This is what Maulana Azad has written in his book India Wins Freedom. You can go through India Wins Freedom. You can just download that online. It is available in library. In library you can find in Delhi Public Library. The book is available. Okay, and online also it is available. So you can find that book either online, and after that you can go through page number 160 to 170. On 170 he has written about Pandit Nehru a lot of, and because of that he declared that this book must be published completely after Pandit Nehru's death. When Pandit Nehru is died and I have died, he has died. Also after Maulana's death, 58, okay, and after that Nehru's died in 64, 34 years of his own death, Maulana's death, and 24 years of Pandit Nehru's death. After that, in 1988, this book was completely published. And in that book, Maulana Azad has written down that this is the reason that why Sardar Patel ji, and he has written also that if he had supported Sardar Patel ji, then India could not be partitioned. And he has also blamed Pandit Nehru for partition of India. He has written a lot of things about Pandit Nehru, that because of Pandit Nehru, cabinet mission, okay, cabinet mission was totally torpedoed by Pandit Nehru. Because of it was torpedoed, and the then Labour Party or Labour Party government in Britain, and the Clement Attlee by the Prime Minister. So because of that, at least Prime Ministership and this cabinet mission came to India, partition of India, and that was rejected by Pandit Nehru. That was torpedoed. Initially, only India was given India was going to be given independence without any partition. But because of Pandit Nehru's idea of partition, he has written, okay, he has blamed Pandit Nehru only for partition. He said that, and this idea of, rejecting the idea of independence of India by Clement Attlee, Prime Minister of Britain, Pandit Nehru's idea of this, rejecting that idea, and this enthusiast or Jinnah got idea of then partition of India, and the reason is given by Maulana Azad in his book, and lot of other things have been written by different writers. You can find here and there, but I'm going to when I'll discuss about Pandit Nehru's horoscope, what is the reason why Pandit Nehru was anti-India, Hinduism, only discussing about this and that, because number of people, number of astrologers have written about him, different kind of things. Okay, different kind of, his autobiographers, they say that he was anti-astrology, he was anti-Hinduism, this and that. His autobiographers, biographers, his biographers have written of Jawaharlal Nehru that he was anti-astrology, but it is 100% not true, because he was consulting astrologers at night, because his colleague, his cabinet colleague, Guljari Ananda, that is written by some of the astrologers, that Guljari Ananda was taking number of astrologers, mostly Haveli Ram from Chandni Chowk, was famous astrologer in those days, so he was taken to Pandit Nehru, and Pandit Nehru was consulting about his events, about his life, and his letter to his sister Hati Singh, Hati Singh. So his sister Hati Singh has also written, he is also talked about by number of astrologers that he was believing in astrology, but in daytime he was totally, rejecting the idea of astrology. This is how hypocrisy, this is hypocrisy of Pandit Nehru is there. So he was hypocrite. Reason is that at night time he was considering the astrologers, but in daytime he was rejecting the idea of astrology. So the reason is why this was there in his horoscope. When I will discuss about his horoscope, comparing Mahatma Gandhi's horoscope, you will find that all those things which are written by number of astrologers, number of people talked about his life, about his different kind of ideas, that is being discussed about. Okay, I'll discuss about that in his astrology, his horoscope. When I compare the horoscope of those two great people, those great past leaders, Pandit Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi ji. Okay, so that I'll discuss later. But before that, I'm talking about Sardar Patel ji and this. And let me just talk about other things also. I'm going to discuss about these two horoscopes, that what is the comparison further and why he was struggling with his enemies. Okay, why Sardar Patel ji was, because Modi's horoscope, Prime Minister Modi's horoscope, I've already discussed in production number 2. Please go through that. The same horoscope is still there. What are the two people are having the same kind of Mushal Yoga. What is Mushal Yoga? When in the horoscope of a person, of a native, these four signs, this second, 2, 5, 8 and 11, these four signs are known as fixed signs. Okay, so if horoscope is starting in the Lagna, is fixed sign, 2 is fixed sign, 5 is fixed sign, 8 is fixed sign, 11 is fixed sign, according to Vedic astrologers. Now, out of these four, any sign is here in the Lagna, like it can be 2, it can be 11, it can be 5, it can be 8. Then other 3 signs will be in other 3 houses. The first house, 4th house, 7th house and 10th house. These are known as 4 pillars of the horoscope. 4 pillars, okay? 4 pillars upon which the horoscope is, is staying, right? Or is lying. So this is how horoscope is, having these 4 houses which are known as pillars of the horoscope. Now, in these pillars of horoscope, these 4 houses, if fixed signs are there, fixed signs are mostly occupied by number of planets, but here only one planet, Moon, is there in the 8th sign, which is 7th house, okay, in the 8th sign. But because of that, he is having not so much strength in his horoscope, but he is having strength. Why? Because most of the planets are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are kept in the 4 signs, these fixed signs. So he is having more strength for fixed this Mushal Yoga. This one is Mushal Yoga. Mushal means pestle iron rod, with the help of which we, we fix something, or we mix lot of, lot of things are mixed with the help of pestle. So this is pestle yoga or Mushal Yoga. What is Mushal Yoga? And I've already discussed in case of prediction this number 2, but again let me discuss about what is pestle yoga. So let me talk about this pestle yoga. Pestle yoga or Mushal Yoga. So in Mushal Yoga, when it is formed, when most of the planets, or in the Lagna, there is a fixed sign like this. These 4 are fixed signs. These 4 are fixed signs. Here 2 sign is in 7th house, but here Two sign is in, second sign is in Lagna. Here second sign is in 7th house. 8th sign is in 7. Just suppose it. All these 4 signs are just found in these 4 houses. So both these leaders are having Mushal Yoga. What is Mushal Yoga? Even if Mushal Yoga is, in this case, this is more strengthful Mushal Yoga, because most of these fixed signs are occupied by planets. Now here, as I have already discussed, that Mercury is retrograded, so Mercury is also aspecting 10th house, that means fixed sign. This Sun is at 0 degree, I have written down here 0 degree 36 minutes 14 seconds, and Mercury is also at 0 degree, Mercury is also at 0 degree 46 minutes 18 seconds. Okay, these are the degrees of all the planets here. Okay, and here I have written down degrees of all the planets. Ascendant is at 17 degree here, this ascendant. Second sign is at 17 degrees 17 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, Sun is at 15 degrees 37 minutes and 56 seconds. And here Moon is at 11 degree 30 minutes, right, and 37 seconds. And here Mars is 12 degree 58 minutes 03 seconds. Mercury is at 12 degree. Mercury is retrograded here. Mercury is retrograded. Mercury, Sun, Jupiter and Venus, these 4 planets are in the 6th house. So I'll just talk about that, how they are forming, what kind of yoga they are forming, and why he couldn't become Prime Minister of India, of independent India at that time. The reason I'll just talk about here. Okay, and why he was, surrounded by his enemies. And even initially, Maulana Azad says that I was not totally against Sardar Patel, because he was not believing in his ideology, as mostly found. Okay, so, and Pandit Nehru was already there, he was also against Sardar Patel. So, number of other people were there who were supporting Pandit Nehru, they were totally against of Sardar Patel. So, Sardar Patel was surrounded by his enemies. The reason is 6th house is full of number of planets. Mercury is there, Sun is there, Jupiter is there, Venus, which is lord of this 7th sign, Libra sign, and Lagna Lord, 2nd sign, and 7th sign means Libra sign, and this is called Taurus sign. These 2 are lorded by Venus. So Venus is the lord of these 2 signs, Lagna Lord, and 7th sign means 6th lord. Venus is also there. Because of that, Venus, he was saved up to his death. Okay, he got that deputy prime ministership also. The reason is why, because 4th house represents the promotion, the position of a person. The position of a person, now here Singh sign, Leo sign, is lorded by Sun. Now Sun has gone to the 7th sign. In 7th sign, Libra sign, Sun is debilitated. But Sun is debilitated at 10 degree. And now here Sun is at 15 degree. So debilitation sign is crossed over by Sun, because Sun is debilitated at 10 degree. But here Sun is at 15 degree 37 minutes. So this Sun is debilitated in debilitation sign, but not debilitated completely. The reason is that Sun is not at 10 degree, up to 10 degree or at 10 degree. Okay, if a planet is before that debilitation degree, then that planet is not going to give good results. What the point? Sun is still debilitated, because debilitating is Sun is approaching debilitation degree. The zenith of the debilitation, which is 10 degree. So if 10 degree, before 10 degree, if Sun is there, then Sun is considered as debilitation or debilitated planet. But in this case, Sun has crossed that debilitation degree. Debilitation degree of Sun is 10 degree. In Libra sign, if Sun is at 10 degree or before 10 degree, then Sun is still approaching to be debilitation. Okay, debilitation degree. So that is considered debilitation, very bad thing, because Sun is debilitation. Debilitated. He could not get deputy prime ministership even. Okay, he was rejected as a prime minister. He was not given the prime ministership. The reason was Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Nehru, they both consoled him or asked him just to leave. Pandit Nehru can become the prime minister, this and that. So because of Mahatma Gandhi and this and that, he agreed upon this. The reason is, He was supported by most of the Congress members in those at that time. Majority of Congress members supported him to become the Prime Minister, Sardar Patel, but he was very, what do you call, a fixed time, fixed nature type. He was considering India as the first, this and that. But because of Pandit Nehru's policy, Pandit Nehru's tricks or techniques and all those things about which you can find a lot of things which is written by Maulana Azad. Okay, so that is I'm leaving to you. You can just download that book, and that book can be written and can be read. And regarding Pandit Nehru's thinking about Hinduism and what you call Hindu religion, his own ancestral religion, that is talked about Morarji Desai in his autobiography book. Okay, in his autobiography, that can also be downloaded. Okay, that can also be purchased or downloaded. That you can go through. And at page number 217 or something, he has written that Pandit Nehru was anti-Hinduism. He was asked by his father, because his father was believing only in drink and flesh and this, totally Europeanized, westernized, completely westernized. The reason was because people in those days, they were totally left ideology following, and leftist people were considering religion as a opium type. Okay, but Hindu dharma is dharma. Dharma means duty of a person towards his what you call particular thing, like a Rashtra dharma, like Pitra dharma, like Mata dharma, like Bhrat dharma, like what you call Mata dharma, Pit dharma, Pitame dharma, etc., etc. So a person is having or his duty towards particular thing, particular what you call ideology, Guru dharma, okay, or so all kinds of these dharma means duty. So Hindu dharma or Vedic dharma is not religion type. Religion means you have to follow that even if it is logically true or not true. That is the religion means. But in case of these two ideology or these two theology, Western theology and Vedic theology, totally different. But Vedic theology believes in that God is present in every particle. A person is born as a soul is just astrology also support that. Why astrology support that? Because 12th house represent the moksha house. It is also represent foreign travel, etc. But it is also known as moksha house. Moksha means liberation, sign of liberation. A person is liberated from his soul is liberated, and soul is joined the God. Okay, God. Okay. Now, so far as God is concerned, let me talk about God. Some people ask me that what is God means. Now, this idea of God, some say that the English people initially was believing in Christianity and this and that. They were not talking about God. The God idea has obtained from Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Why? Because they say that from Vedic people or Vedic scriptures, the idea of this God came to mind of the Max Muller and others, all those people who were writers of or readers of Vedas in those days at the time of English people, and they put this word God. God here is representing G means for generator or creator, generator, right? And O means observer. Who is observer? I'll just talk about. And D means destroyer. Okay. Destroyer. So generator, observer and destroyer, these three forms, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Why Brahma? Because generator, creator is Brahma. According to Vedic scriptures, Vedas say that Brahma is the creator or generator, who generates the soul, the living thing. All the things are being generated by Brahma. By Brahma generator is Brahma. Okay. Vishnu, observer, who take care of all the living things, all the things, all the particles, everything is being observed by Lord Vishnu, taken care of by Lord Vishnu. So Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Mahesh means Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is considered a destroyer. Okay, he is known as. Okay, and in every in every prayers, be Hindus mostly or Vedic astrologers or Vedic people, they always start with Brahma Murari Traprantakari. Brahma means here generator. Murari here means, Murari mostly is considered for Lord Krishna, but Lord Krishna is also known as incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu is incarnated as Lord Krishna. So Krishna is also, Murari name is also for Vishnu. So Brahma, Murari, Tripurantakari, Tripurashwar Baje demon or Baje Rakshas, he was killed by Lord Shiva. So because of that he is known as Tripurantakari. Tripurantakari, he is destroyer of Tripurashwar. Okay, so Tripurantakari. So Tripurashwar was killed by Lord Shiva. So he is Brahma, Murari, Tripurantakari. So these three names are taken as God. So God is, this word is given God because of this generate. This idea came to mind of the English people, or when they came to India, they translated Vedas and this. Max Muller was given this task, and other people were given, but initially Max Muller was also not thinking that these Vedas are so good, because he was considering this is savage type of thinking or writing, and they gave idea of Aryan theory, and this, and Aryan theory is fraud, nothing else. Because Aryan theory, Aryan means the gentleman in Sanskrit word. This is Sanskrit word, Aryan. Okay, Aryan word is from India only, or is found in Sanskrit only, nowhere. But they developed this idea that Aryans came from outside, and one branch of Aryans came to India, and other branch went to Europe, mostly Britain, and so Britishers were founding themselves as the part of Aryans, and they were the attackers. So they were thinking that because Aryans attacked India, so we also have came here as attackers, so no problem at all. We are just brothers-like and this and that. So they thought about this idea. This idea is totally fraud, because it has been established now that Aryan theory is just a fraud, nothing else, a false one, right? So that is what people are now talking about. So because nothing is found about Aryan theory is just a fraud one. So this word came from this Brahma Vishnu Mahesh theory. Okay. Now come to the point. Brahma Murari Tripurantakari. Now Vanu Shashi. And now whenever all these planets are also discussed about, all these prayers in India, Vedic astrology is full of, or Vedic scriptures you can find. I have already talked about Mahabharata, that all the planets, all these planets, are talked about, that what Karna talks about with Lord Krishna, that this is the situation at the moment, these constellations are prevailing, so I am not going to be saved. Krishna, you are going to save me, but I am not going to be saved. The reason is these planets are surrounding these days. These constellations are there, and that I already talked about in my lecture series. So you can see there. Okay, so all these things are just 100% true in Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is talked about all the astronomical things, longitude, latitude, they are 100% true. If you are 100%, found the data 100% true, you can just find that prediction will be 100% true. There is no doubt about this. But if given data is not true, then people cannot find those predictions can be wrong. Okay, and sometimes these things are found to be true. Okay, so this is generated. And other thing, let me talk about that there is all these planets are being described in Vedas, in all of the scriptures. What you call Upanishads, Vedas, the Brahmana Granthas, Puranas. All a number of things are talked about. Every Purana or Upanishad or all these scriptures are just full of discussion about Ramayana, Mahabharata full of all these discussion about planets and seasons and all these things that I've already talked about. I dictated from the Mahabharata, the topic, the volume number 5, I think. Volume number 2 also I've talked about. And volume number, most of the Mahabharata is full of all this, talking about, discussion about Nakshatra, the constellation, the planets, the position of the different planets at that moment when they were going to fight with each other. The brothers started, the war, Mahabharata war, they started, and at the time what was the position of the planets at that moment. Maharishi Vedvyas is part of naturally Vedic astrologers. So Vedic astrologers, Vedic rishis, Vedvyas, who has written Mahabharata, is a part of Vedic astrologers. So he was also good astrologer. So the reason is that he has written all these things. So you can find in Vedic astrology, everything is being talked about, what you call examined a number of times. Most of the people are, you can